and welcome to Who's Zoomin In? Episode number 12.
12.
What?
A full dozen.
I am having so much fun doing these shows.
Me too.
I get to see you at least once, sometimes twice a week over the video. I know. Well, tell everybody why we do this. What's our purpose?
Well, I'm sure everyone can repeat after me. We miss our people. We miss our people. And, not being able to go to events in theater means that we don't get to run into people like we usually would and find out what they're up to and hear what they're doing. So this is our chance to catch up with some of our favorite people.
Yes. And we have both been able to introduce each other to people we didn't know.
Yes.
And we're introducing our TNT patrons to someone that they do not know today. So yeah, I know, this is exciting. So what are we not talking about today? Elise always gives me 3 things I'm not allowed to talk about. So
yes.
What are they? I'm going to write them down.
Well, I mean, really, we just can't talk about this because I'm embarrassed that I still can't figure out what time of day it is. I know it's been several weeks and I still, it could be 10 p.m. I have no idea.
Yep.
It breaks my heart. So we can't talk about how much I would love to go to like a dance party. I would nothing would bring me greater joy than to go to a dance party right now. It just can't happen. And then because we are coming up on Thanksgiving week, I just don't think that we have time to really hash out the stuffing versus dressing debate.
Yeah, I'm from Indiana, so it's, we call it different things.
I know, we call it different things. It's too much.
All right, so I will not talk about those 3 things. We're done. All right, now. I'm excited to introduce everybody tonight to this fun. I met this mom. She is a mom, I'll say. That's how I met her. When she brought her young daughter to Terrific New Theater to audition for A Doll's House. Now, her daughter was cast, by the way.
Yes.
And it turns out that we knew all kinds of the same people, but we'd never met each other. She is a mother of 2. She has a boy and a girl. She is married to a mover and shaker in our city's government. So we might get to talk about that. She has a bachelor's degree. Now, come on. Here's the intro section about how smart this lady is. She has a bachelor's from Stillman.
Yeah.
She got her MBA online before doing online school was cool.
Oh, nice.
She teaches at Lawson State and is a doctoral candidate in psychology.
Oh, I love a smart lady.
I know, right? I feel like I need to go get some smart hat on or something. So, and the reason I wanted her to talk to us today is because she is all things Disney.
Ooh.
Everything Disney. She has a blog. She is on social media. Her purpose is to encourage Black families and families of color to seek the Disney magic. So I got that off of her website. She's got a podcast. She has a YouTube channel. And I would like to invite to the Zoom room, Korliss, Datcher. Everybody, come on now, get in here. Woo, there she is.
Oh my gosh, she's yours.
Hey, ladies.
I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
I'm so glad to see you both too. Thank you, Tam and Elise, for having me.
Oh gosh, you have so much fun stuff. This is going to be a fun episode. Tell us first what you were doing all day today, because you are the brainiac, I was telling everyone. So all day long, you do what?
I teach psychology at Lawson State. I've been there for several years now. I've actually been teaching higher ed since about 2012, but I found a passion in psychology. I've always loved it. It was actually my minor at Stillman. And then as I got older, I realized, let me focus a little bit more on psychology. So I had initially started my master's in marriage and family therapy. So when I left Tuscaloosa, I went to Kalamazoo, Michigan, a long way from home.
I have family from Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
Small world.
Yeah. So I went to Western Michigan for a semester, was alone, and I'm talking about my family all day. And I said, no, can't do this, Mama. I'm coming home. So I ended up getting my MBA online once I got back. And then now, years later, I am now in this doctoral journey, close to the end. I can actually see the finish line through the.
How long do you have before you have it?
I'm hoping next year this time I will be planning my commencement, all of the paperwork and that kind of thing. I'm actually finishing up my proposal, which is the first 3 chapters of the dissertation. I'm waiting for approval to move into actual data collection. And once that data starts collecting, it's rolling from there. So
yeah, anyone that uses the word dissertation in a regular conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
Love it.
Drop the microphone.
Yep, mic drop.
Right. Okay, so let's explain. Look at this professor of psychology wearing the hat, right?
Yes.
This is one of your other titles, right?
It is. Yes, I am also known as your Disney homegirl. And this journey as a content creator started just a little over a year, really now closer to 2 years. I have been talking about all the magical things that Disney offers. We noticed that as a family, when we would visit the parks, that there's just not a lot of Black families or families of color to visit. So I wanted to encourage and teach and highlight all of the wonderful things that Disney has and how you can save to go. We save for the things that we love and we pay for the things that we want to pay for. So I just want to show families that it is possible. Yes, it is expensive. I'm not saying that it is not a pretty penny, but it is expensive. But in time, you can take your family. Every family needs to experience Disney at least once. It's,
right.
We could talk about the psychology of Disney and the psychology of magic that they have. But there's more to just vacations that Disney has. If you have met any cast member, which is an employee of Disney, you know that they have been through the absolute best and top-notch training of any company, any enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
And they offer that to everyone. So you can sign up for their Disney programs, through your employer can send you to their training, post-pandemic when they begin that again. They have educational programs for high school, college students, middle school students that you can attend. So there's all sorts of avenues that people can experience Disney magic. And that's kind of what I just want to enlighten to students of HBCU universities, historically Black colleges and universities, aware of their college program. It's a wonderful way to get your foot in the door to be a cast member.
Yes, I've heard incredible things about their internships and residencies for college students. They really can start people off on a really successful trajectory.
Yes, and it's amazing. So if I see, someone's career history on their resume that is Disney, I know that they have received and been trained and had the best experience as an employee of how to work, things not to do. I know that they are set up for success when it comes into their career.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fun. So when did your love of Disney start?
Yeah, when did you fall in love with the mouse?
I know. Well, as most people, Disney has always played a role in my life, whether we're coming home and we're watching The Magical World of Disney after school, that after school special, or Saturday mornings, it's always played a role. I can remember as a child growing up, my mom and dad taking me to the movies to see Bambi and having to escort me out because I am just in tears.
It's so sad.
It is. Let's go watch it. Yeah. So, and then also as a child, my mom taking me, we were, just a regular middle class family. We didn't go often, but I can remember the, 2 to 3 trips that we took, spread out over several years of us going to Disney. And then I can actually remember telling my husband, I said, hey, I want to start a tradition of going to Disney, maybe every 3 years, but I kind of want to incorporate that into our lives. And not soon after that, we took our first family trip to Disney, and then my life changed right after that. It really was quite amazing.
How little were the kids when you went for the first time?
So Zachary was 3. Now he's 9, and Zoe was 2. So yes, they were teeny tiny. And I can remember Zoe saying 2 special things happened on that trip. Zoe saying, she couldn't quite speak just yet. Her stage voice wasn't ready, but she said she saw Minnie and she said, "Men, men, men," and I could just remember her face just lighting up. And right as you walked into the Magic Kingdom on Main Street, and then just down on Main Street, Zachary was chosen during our lunch as the junior mayor of Main Street. So we were eating lunch and they just called his name. And I'm like, how do they know his name? But that's a part of the Disney magic. And they said, we have Master Zachary, who is now junior mayor of Main Street. And it was the sweetest. And he said, who, me? And we said, yes, buddy, you. And the suffragette came in and gave him his sash, and we got free extra fast passes. It really, and I knew right then the feeling that we had was what I wanted to continue to have over and over again.
Does your husband love it? Does Kelvin love it like you do?
Amazing.
I'm gonna say no.
No.
But let me tell you, he will always say, do we have to keep going to Disney? And I say, absolutely. Pat, I got your bag packed. Just get in the car. And once we get there, I'll never forget one time we walked in and saw Cinderella Castle, and he said, we're home. And I almost cried. Oh gosh. Okay, so he gets it. He does get it. He would much rather vacation other places. So I'm going to expand, and we will travel international to Disney.
Oh, wow. There you go.
That would be amazing.
So after that first visit, when you took the kids and they were little, did you come home and start this? I mean, when was it that you started your online look? I want Black families to feel like I want them all to go, and I want to be that lady that tells them about it.
So
when did that happen?
So it wasn't that first trip. That was actually November of 2014 that trip happened. Then we actually got to go again that following July. My aunt invited us down. I know she had a work trip. So she was like, y'all please come with me. So we went down with her, stayed, and that was kind of when things started to happen. And I happened to be on social media when we got back home and saw this ad for the Disney Parks Moms panel. Like, oh, well, what is this? So I said, let me look into this. So after finding out exactly who these group of moms and dads were at the time, I said, I want to be a part. So I applied, not knowing that more than like 10 to 15,000 people apply every year to be on. Yes. So I am applying blind, just thinking, hey, this will be fun to be a part of. And then I found a group on Facebook where I started to get all the tea and all the scoop. And I said, oh, this is a big deal. So I made it past the first round. This was the September of like 2015. So that was the next year. And you have to answer questions.
This is to get on the moms panel, right?
To get on the moms.
Okay.
So I answer you. The first round is answering questions. So they're checking, grammatical things and making sure that you're providing all this magic through words, very descriptive. Made it through the first round. I couldn't believe it. Of course. Second round comes and you have to record a video and answer additional questions. So I'm like, Kelvin, I need help. Please tell me, how can I, stand out among all these people? So he says, well, just go in the closet and pretend you're hiding from the kids talking about Disney. So that's what I did. So I was whispering, hey, we love Disney. This is why we love Disney. Answering the question that they had presented to us, we had to answer. Made it to the third round, child. I could, I mean, because I eventually found out that this was the 8th year, I believe, of the moms panel. And there were moms who had applied to this panel every year that didn't make it. So it's a big deal, and it's still is. And I understand the magnitude of it now. And I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe I made it this far. I get to the third round and I actually have a phone interview with Disney executives.
Wow.
So they're asking me, all these questions. Who plans the travel for your family? And I always have been, outside of Disney, the person to get all of our, even extended families vacations together. And then November of 2015, they call me as I'm walking through Sam's Club and says, hey, I just want to know, you have been invited to be a part of the 2016 Disney Parks Moms panel.
Yay. That's so great.
And that's really where the extra push and drive came. to encourage more families, because at that point, you know, we're whisked off to training later in that year where they show us all sorts of things that we need to know to be able to assist guests properly.
Well, you've done videos for the company Disney as one of the panel members, right?
Yes, that is one of the perks of being selected as a mom. You get to go down and do familiarization trips where they may have you come in and experience some of the rides or shows early. And then, as well as, I got my favorite holiday is Christmas, so they invited me to come down to do a Christmas shoot once, and I got to tell everybody about all the magic of Disney at Christmas, at Magic Kingdom, as well as Disney Springs. So, you know, I'm so thankful for the experience. And similar to a sorority, the moms panel, we're still all very close, even though I'm not an active panelist. I'm still a part of the group.
That's wonderful.
Well, and now the people that are watching this video can understand why Korliss was chosen to be part of this. I mean, how engaging are you? You're so excited about all things Disney. So I'm going to tell you something that you're going to smack me over the head. I've never been. I know.
Damn to Walt.
Never. Can you believe that? I know, I was saving that little detail.
Yeah. But you know, I can believe it. There are families that haven't been before, and a lot of people will say, you know, oh, maybe I'm too old.
No,
you're not, because there is so much to experience and to see and smell, and it, you know, Disney really has the psychology of how to, you know, just suck you in. It really feels like you're in a different world. There are no clocks, you know, you're not worried about time unless you're standing in line. But you know, it's you know, but it really is just, it's magical.
Have they adjusted pretty well? Tell us how they've adjusted to the pandemic, because they're
open,
what's
going on with everything now?
They opened back in July.
Okay.
So they began to welcome guests only at they only opened 2 parks when they reopened. Now this is at Walt Disney World in Florida. Disneyland in Anaheim is not back open yet, nor have the cruises started back. So Shanghai is open. I do believe maybe Disneyland Paris, some of the internationals, but some of them have even posted dates that they will shut down again. So they are being very respectful. They are being very conscious of what is happening in our world, but they are now limiting the number of people who are allowed inside the parks. They have markings on the ground, for you to remain 6 feet apart. They are requiring masks. I have had families, we haven't been.
I was just going to ask you that. Have you been since March?
We haven't, and it is strictly to, you know, we don't want to push it.
Right.
For those who are closer, who want to experience what Disney is offering right now, we're just asking everyone to be mindful of their rules. Make sure you follow those rules. Be respectful of others that are in the parks. But
when's your next trip planned?
We were set for January. But I gotta tell y'all, we decided actually last week to change that. Now that the numbers are kind of rising again, we want to be safe, so we're gonna push back now until March. And you know, the great part about our experience is it's not a first for us, so you know, we can wait. It's okay. The kids are a little disappointed, but they understand, you know. So it's a little sadness initially, but then they understand what's going on. So, you know, we're fingers crossed that we'll still get that pixie dust.
Well, by March, March, we could be closer to, you know.
Absolutely, I know.
Quote unquote normal, right?
Yes. So, you know, we're being mindful of that. And like I said, they're open, your social distancing. And a new thing that Disney added recently is when you purchase your tickets, you have to tell them which park you're going to be in. So it helps them to keep track of their numbers. They announced actually today that, and you could not park hop. So park hopping is you could purchase a ticket where you could visit, you know, 1 park or 2 parks or all 4 in one day. They're not allowing that currently, but at the top of 2021, a lot of people are excited about this, that you can begin to park hop again. So I'm excited to see how they do that.
Right.
You know, keep up with guests. Yes.
That's great. So you can find everybody out there. You can find Korliss on your website is DisneyHomegirl.com. So you're there on the interweb. Your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. She's got a blog, and I showed you the little video. She does a Disney Q&A with another guy on YouTube, and they talk about, what's coming up new and have discussions on their YouTube channel. So if you want to make a trip or plan a trip to Disney, this is your girl right here.
Yeah.
So find her and she will help you find the magic. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. This has been so much fun.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
It makes me excited to someday go. We have 10 questions and we want to find out a little bit more about you. Question number 1, Korliss Datcher, what is your favorite dessert?
Birthday cake.
Woo!
From Savages.
That's gonna lead us into another question.
Yes, Savages.
Devil's cake with buttercream icing. That's the only thing I love.
Shout out to Savages Bakery. Yes.
That's
Love
right.
it. Question number 2, dogs or cats?
Ooh, I've had both, but I'll have to say dogs.
Yep. We are a dog panel tonight. So question number 3, which is going to come right out of number 1. Do you still make a wish when you blow out your birthday candles?
Yes, my birthday is my favorite holiday.
Yay.
Yes.
Yay.
When is your birthday?
December 14th.
So coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, question number 4. If you didn't live in Alabama, where would you live?
Disney World.
Orlando. Yeah.
Orlando, yeah, of course.
Number 5, if you could wear only one color for the rest of your life, what would that color be? Oh.
Yeah, I'll go with yellow.
Yellow. That's a good one. That might be a first of all of our.
I think, you're our first yellow person. I love that.
Yep.
Question number 6. What did you collect as a child?
Barbie dolls.
Did you? So didn't have any Disney stuff that you can remember?
No, I didn't. It was Barbies.
Let's see. Question number 7. Ooh, I'll be interested to hear this. Are you related to anyone famous? And if so, who?
Yes. But he is, I don't even know if he knows that if I exist. Reuben Stubbard.
Really?
His grandmother and my father are first cousins.
Oh,
there you go. So that means you're like second cousins once removed or something like that. Okay.
Love that.
I love it. Reuben
Studdard. Okay. Question number 8, sweet or salty?
Sweet. I eat cake all day long.
Yum, yum, yum. Question number 9. These are the last 2. If you had to choose, do you like which of these better? Musicals or straight plays?
Oh, musicals all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we both, but again, we're agreeing on many things.
Disney, because Disney, it's like when things get too emotional, they just sing a song.
They sing a song. That's right. All right.
And our final question. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the funniest, how funny are you?
Oh, I give myself an 8.5.
Yes.
My friends may give me a 5, but I think
no, I guarantee you your friends are probably like, nah, she's a 10.
She's a 10. I love it. I love it when people give us fractions, like 8.5, 9. I mean, I'm pretty confident, but 8.5. Yeah. Well, thank you, almost Dr. Datcher.
Yes.
You are more than welcome. Thank you all for having me.
I am so glad. And again, follow her all over social media. You can find out how to book a trip and how to take your kids out to eat and what hotels to stay in and all kinds of fun stuff. She is your knowledge lady. So thanks for joining us tonight.
Bye, Korliss.